everybody, my name is Brianna and this is going to be my first ever YouTube video that I am filming. So if it's a little awkward at first, I'm so sorry. Just still trying to get used to, I don't know, I'm trying to be in front of a camera and talking to myself. So yeah, I feel like this is a good starter video. I don't know, I was kind of thinking all night what video I should film or like what I should do when I had no idea. So I thought of a Q&A. What better way to start off a YouTube channel, you know what I mean? I just wanted to do this video because I've always been inspired to just make a YouTube video or make YouTube videos and start a channel, and what better way to start doing it by doing it with hobbies that I like, which is reading. I really want to make this a booktube channel / lifestyle, but mainly I think books because that's what I've been into for the past 3 years. So why not give it a try? I've been inspired by other booktubers to try it. I wanted to do a Q&A, kind of like a get to know me of like things I like book wise and stuff like that. Let's get to some of the questions that I have. What got you into reading is the first question. So I feel like ever since I was like a teenager, like a younger teen, I was barely into like the fan fictions, like Wattpad and stuff like that. So actually I think I've read a lot of fan fictions, but from what I can remember, like one of the ones that got really popular was the After series. I feel like that's kind of one of the main ones that kind of got me into reading the most. I have like the first 2 physical books, but I remember physically like reading on my phone on Wattpad, waiting every week for the chapters to like come out. But yeah, I loved reading since I was younger, but then as I got older I kind of like drifted away from books, and even though it was always in the back of my head, like I should start reading, I should, you know. And then one day, like around like 3 years ago, I would say, I went to a bookstore with my boyfriend and I was like, I'm inspired, like maybe I should just pick up a book and start. And actually the first book I read was All the Stars and Teeth. This was the book that really got me into reading. I don't know why this was my first option. I guess at the time I was feeling a pirate book or something like that. There's like a princess and then it's like a world with like mermaids and all that stuff. So it was really good. I think for a first read it was good. I think I had annotated, I annotated the other book, but yeah, this was the one that started off for me. Usually a lot of people start with Avatar, but like this was my #1 book that really got me into reading. I think at the time I rated it a 5-star because it was like the first book I've read physically like in a while, but now I would say I would rate it like a 3. I would rate it a 3 and then the second book like a 2. I think I did rate it a 2 from what I can remember. When did you start loving books? I guess that goes hand in hand with the first question. Since I was reading Wattpad, I guess, but then I took a break and then I got back in. So I would say I think I started really loving books when I started. So yeah. What's your favorite genre and why? So right now most of the things I am reading is fantasy or romantasy. Really love that genre. I really want to get into more genres. Like I want to read classic books, I want to read more dystopian since that's one of my favorites. I read the Shatter Me series and I loved it. Like I love things like that where it's like a messed up government type of thing and all that stuff. So I really want to get more into the dystopian, the sci-fi, and just more. I want to open my spectrum to more genres. Book you didn't expect to love but did? I'd say a book I didn't expect to love was the Crescent City book. I had no idea what it was even about. All I knew at the time was that it was really hard to read and it was like high fantasy and all that stuff, so I was really scared to start it. but I gave it a shot because my friend told me it was really good, and I ended up really liking it. I'm on the last book right now. It's my current read, and I'm almost halfway through it. And yeah, so far it's like one of my favorite series this year that I've read, so I would say that one was really surprising, caught me off guard. Physical books, ebooks, or audiobooks, I gravitate more towards ebooks, but I do have a lot of physical, and one of my goals for 2026 is to start reading my physical books that I have, even if it's like through the Kindle or anything, just like reading all of them instead of buying more books to like rack up my TBR, my physical TBR, if you could say. But yeah, I do like to read physical books. The last physical book I read was, oh, let's fix it up a little bit, Future Boy by Michael J. Fox, just because it was a really short read. It was really good. I liked it, especially because I love Back to the Future. So this was the last physical book I read. And then right now I'm reading Crescent City 3 on my Kindle. Even though I have it physically, I just mark where I'm at on the Kindle in the physical book. So yeah, this is the last physical book I read. But I do prefer, I think I read faster with ebooks. So I think that's why I gravitate to them more, because physically it takes me so long. I don't know why. Do you annotate your books? I've annotated a few. I wish I had annotated more. I think that's one of my other goals this year, is to annotate more, because I do like to get quotes from the book and put it on my Goodreads in like the comment section of like when you update it, update your reading progress. So I think if I have the books physically, I want to do it more. The last book I annotated was Heartless Hunter. This was one of my favorite. I think this was my top read of 2024 actually. And as you can see, I annotated a good chunk. I could read a few quotes. This one says, "Her kiss felt the same, like the first taste of something forbidden. Heady and delicious, awakening all the senses at once. It wasn't supposed to feel like this. Nothing was supposed to feel this good, this right. As if there was nothing to be ashamed of, as if, just maybe, he could be worthy of a girl like her. Gideon, the thought of you inside that building, it felt like being held underwater." She lowered her gaze to the pulse at the base of his throat, like being starved of air. I'll do one more, because I love quotes like this. And this book was such a good book for me. I'm in love with him. Instead of getting Gideon Sharp out of her system tonight, Moon had gone and gotten herself addicted. The hunted had fallen for the hunter. Like, this makes me just so giddy. Like, if I could reread this again, I definitely would. This was such a good read. I think I rated this a 5-star, and then the second book was a 4. It was kind of a bit of a letdown. I was just expecting way more for the ending, and I did not like how long the miscommunication dragged out, so... But it was still good. Like, it was good to see them get back together compared to like the ending of this book. So series or standalones, I feel like I'm accidentally put myself in standalones without knowing. I would prefer to read standalones, but I always get stuck reading series, so I guess I could say series. You read multiple books at once. I'm reading 2 right now, which is Crescent City 3. I'm reading Crescent City 3, and then I'll put a picture here. I'm also reading Red Rising, but it's on my Kindle. I think, like I said, I'm almost halfway on this book. I'm on page 379. It's really chunky. It's taking me so long. I think that's why I'm in a slump. Like, don't get me wrong. It's nothing against the book. It's just me. It's me. And then I've only read like 3 chapters of Red Rising. Pretty slow on that one, because I did hear it's really hard to get into, so I'm trying to just take it slow. But I think the max I could read is 2 books at a time, and that's it. Do you judge a book by its cover? Honestly, sometimes I do. I think sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. So I think there's a lot of covers I've read that like could be deceiving. So yeah, I think sometimes it just depends. How do you choose what to read next? Honestly, on mood. It really depends. Or if like I'm looking on TikTok and I see something that looks interesting, I look it up on Goodreads and I read the synopsis and I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Maybe I'll read it next. But yeah, it just basically depends on what I'm feeling. Favorite book trope. Okay. I love enemies to lovers, but I want a book where it's enemies to lovers, but I don't know it's enemies to lovers. Like, don't tell me the trope, please. I think I also love forced proximity or stuff like that, but mainly enemies to lovers, I would say. That's, but I don't want to know. Like, don't tell me. Like, I want it to be like enemies to lovers, but it's not the love interest that I thought it was gonna be, type of thing, you know what I mean? But I've yet to find a book like that. Every book I've read that's like enemies to lovers has stated it's enemies to lovers, and it's like giving it away. It's kind of like a spoiler, but I do like it. I still like the books anyway. What kind of booktube videos do you plan to make? Honestly, I just want to see where it goes. Since I am a bit of a slow reader, I kind of limited to like what I can film compared to like the other booktubers who like read like 10 books a month, 10 plus books a month. So to me, like the max I read a month is like 2 books a month if I'm lucky, but mainly it's like 1 book a month. So I want to make videos like that are gonna challenge me and push me, and like also be entertaining to watch for you guys. So like maybe doing videos like reading 30 pages a day, or reading this amount of pages a day, and filming it and being aesthetically pleasing, because I love to do film like aesthetic things and stuff like that. So there's more obviously I want to bring to the channel, but we'll see as that goes along. Comfort read, I would say, I think this one's a good comfort read. This is just like, you can never go wrong with this one. Like, it's so heartwarming and sweet. So I think this was a good choice for a comfort read. A book you couldn't put down, I would honestly say Heartless Hunter. I could not put this book down. I think I read it, like this was one of the books I read really fast because it was just so good. And I have a lot of tabs under it. So yeah, I think this is really like one of the ones that I could not put down. Favorite fictional character? Right now I'm loving Hunt from Crescent City. He's one of my favorite male MMCs so far. So I would say him, and then I guess female wise I would say Juliet from Shatter Me, or is that her name? It was her name, but it wasn't her name. Let's say Juliet / Ella. She was really good female character that I liked. And I also liked Warner. Warner was really good. And Kenji. Kenji is a good character. Those are like my top like characters that I've read. That Kenji was just so funny and so refreshing to read about. So those characters are really good. Favorite fictional couple? I would say either Rune and Gideon, Bryce and Hunt, or I'm just gonna say Zayden and Violet from Fourth Wing. But yeah, I think those 3 couples are like my favorite. What's my current read? Oh my god, I have all the books stacked up here. My current read, I think I said it, was Crescent City 3. I really like this series. It was one of the series that I didn't expect to like. I was really intimidated by this series, I won't lie, because I heard it's one of her hardest series to read. And I went on a whim and read Akatara, then this series first. I haven't read Throne of Glass yet. That is one of my goals. I want to one day read that series. Maybe I can film it, I don't know. But yeah, I really like the urban fantasy vibes. I like all the veneer and all like the creatures in the book, and it's just so different. I think that's why I like it and I'm attracted to it more. And I do also love like the cyberpunk vibe of this series. So yeah, it's very refreshing, and I feel like I don't know, it's one of my favorite books this year. So one of my favorite series. A book on your TBR you're most excited about? I feel like I'm really excited to read the Percy Jackson series. I heard it was really good, and I don't know, I feel like I've always had this series and I just haven't touched it, so that's one of the ones that I'm looking forward to reading. Hopefully I like it. I don't know. Again, I'm like going on a whim with all these books. I don't know what I don't know anything about him. If you could live in one book world, which would it be? I feel like everyone's answer is always like Avatar, like Fourthling. But I feel like for me, I would want to live in like the Shatter Me, only because of like the characters. The characters are really fun to be around, and like I feel like there would be a good group of friends. And also like the dystopian world is pretty cool, so I think I would choose that one. Am I a morning reader or a night reader? I would say a night reader for sure. There's nothing better than having a candle lit in the dark and having your Kindle or your physical book with like ambience in the background. It's just vibes, and like you just stay up until the sun comes up. It feels like a void. Like, I don't know, it's really nice. One random fact about you that's not bookish. I don't know. I feel like maybe I graduated from college. I feel like that's a good fact. And I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, so I guess that's a fact about me. I don't know what else. Like, I feel like I'm pretty boring. I think that's all the questions that I have for you guys today. I know this is a little awkward because it is my first, but it's just a little introduction to me and like what I like and all that stuff. So hopefully you guys can enjoy what I bring to the table. Hopefully, I don't know if I'll continue this. We'll just see if I edit it good. Now that I answered some questions to get to know me about on my bookish side of me, I want to talk about my current read, which is again Crescent City 3. I feel like I really liked the first book. I think the first book is my favorite so far, just because you're introduced to all the new characters and all this stuff, and I really fell in love with Hunt in this book, and also Bryce, and I like how they didn't get right to like the deed right away. I really liked that build up. The second book was it was gonna be a 4-star for me until like the last 20%. The whole 80% of the book I was like, what am I rating right now? Like I was like, oh, where is this going? When are they gonna get down in the dirt of what's going on? And then they did in the last 20, and I was just like, oh, I see why this is a 5-star. I see why a lot of people like the ending and stuff like that. So the second book was good, but to me, not until the end, because I just feel like it was really dragged out, and I was just like, when is this gonna happen? And then right now, this third book is really good. I do like it, but again, I'm just like, when are we gonna figure out if they destroy the Asteria or not? Also, two characters that are annoying me right now are Therian and Ethan. I feel like they're just such idiots. They're making like dumb decisions all the time, and I'm just always like, what are you doing? Please stop. But other than that, like, I'm loving Hunt and Bryce, and right now, a spoiler, right now I'm on a part where Lydia saved Hunt, Rune, and Baxian, I think that's his name, and Bryce got back from the other world, which was the Akatar world. So now she's like filling them in on everything. And also I love Rune and Lydia's relationship. I love that trope. I don't know what that trope even is, but like them, it was really good. I kind of was a little annoyed that Rune didn't give her until like she was dying. I was just like, what she had to do was for her own reasons. Why are you so angry with her? I don't know, but I can understand both sides. But yeah, that's just a little bit about my thoughts of my current read. But yeah, if anybody is seeing this video and you would like to see more videos from me, please let me know the type of content you would like to see. I am a slow reader, like I said, so my options are very limited, but I will try my best. I'm at a point in my life where I'm not really doing much, so I'm kind of bored, and I really wanted to pick up this pick this up and try, because I've always been inspired by booktubers and like book talkers, and I've always wanted to start making videos. I just didn't know my niche, so I don't know, I might just give it a try, throw it out into the world and see what comes out of it. But yeah, let me know anything and I'll try my best to edit this. I don't know anything about that side yet, so I'm about to figure it out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry if it's a little awkward, but yeah, I'll try my best to keep the videos going and eventually hopefully get better at it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed my first video. Thank you guys so much for watching.